Welcome back to A Culinary Reaction. My name is Jessica. We have a very special video for you guys today. In honor of Wine Day coming up, I decided it would be really fun to make our very own wine. You can make different types of wine using various ingredients, such as the traditional grapes. You can use pears, apples. You can also use carrots, tomatoes, corn husks, or even coffee or tea. Anyone who knows me knows that I absolutely love blackberries. So today, we'll be using blackberries to make blackberry wine. This video will be a two-part series. In the first video, I'm going to walk you through the ingredients, how to mix them, and take you to our primary fermentation. In video 2, I will show you the second fermentation, all the way through siphoning, and then tasting. First things first, be sure to sterilize all your equipment. Now, if you get the kit that I bought, it'll come with its own Easy Clean sanitizer. You'll take 1 tablespoon of this per gallon of water, and you'll rinse all your equipment. Anything that touches the food, be sure that that product is sanitized. This 2-gallon bucket is going to be our primary fermentation bucket. I'm going to grab some sterile gloves. You don't have to use gloves. I do because I don't like to get all the fruit and everything up under my nails. So, your kit will come with a nylon bag, and what you're going to do is add your fresh blackberries, blueberries, whatever you're using. You're going to add your fresh fruits and vegetables into the bag. This bag is going to catch all of the seeds, the peeling or outer parts that you don't want in your wine. In your nylon bag, you're going to start to smash and crush all the juice out of the berries. Now this can get messy, so just keep in mind to keep it in the jug or the bucket. Push down as you go. This could take you a little bit of time. The sediment will stay in the bag. Just be sure to tie it up. And you're going to leave it in here because it's still going to be adding flavor to your wine over the primary fermentation process. Next, we're going to add our sugar. This is about 5 cups of sugar. Now, I know this is a lot of sugar, but most of the sugar is going to be used for the production of ethanol. Glucose and yeast, when they are heated at the right temperature over a right amount of time, it produces ethanol and carbon dioxide, which is your wine and your alcohol production. And that is the whole fermentation process. Now we're going to add our water. So you're going to need about 3.5 quarts of water. Pour in your 3 quarts of water and reserve that last 0.5 quarts. And I'll show you what to do with that. Next ingredient will be our acid blend. So this is a mix of citric, tartic, and malic acid. The reason why you add this is to raise the acidity level in your wine. It pretty much gives it that sharp taste. Now, add your pectin enzymes. You're going to add a half a teaspoon of this as well. Pectin enzymes are used to reduce the haziness and provide a better clarity to your wine. It also extracts more of the body and color from your sediment. Now we're going to add your yeast nutrient. Now this aids in the overall fermentation process. It provides us another food source for your yeast, just like sugar. But this will provide a nitrogen source for your yeast. So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of. Now let's take that reserved 16 ounces or 0.5 quarts of water. We're going to add a Camden tablet. Now the Camden tablets are used to prevent spoilage in your product. So we're going to take 1 tablet. And we're going to crush it and dissolve it into your water. I like to use 2 spoons. Take 1 spoon on top of the other. Push down. And then add it to your water. Keep stirring until it's fully dissolved. Now that you've added all your ingredients, we're going to get our first reading of our specific gravity. Now, your specific gravity of this product should be about 1.090 to 1.095. So what we're going to do is take our cylinder here, our graduated cylinder. We're going to take a little bit of our product. Get a napkin. I can catch any froth. And this is our hydrometer. So we're going to use this to read our specific gravity. Gonna drop it in. Grab some more product. And pour your graduated cylinder until your specific or your hydrometer starts to bob. Spin your hydrometer around a little bit to try to get rid of the bubbles. And our reading comes to about our reading's at about 1.088. So it's not too bad, a little under what we wanted, but it's still good to move on to the next process. Okay, that is all the ingredients. Your last ingredient will be your wine yeast, but you're not going to add that until this has set for 24 hours. So cover, don't push down because you need your product to breathe. And we're going to put an airlock on your product. So this is the airlock. What you do with it is add water. And then you're going going to put it in the centered hole on top of your lid. Let me take that off so you guys can see it. And just let this lid sit on top. You really want your product to breathe so the fermentation process can start. And then we're gonna let this sit for 24 hours, come back tomorrow, and we'll add the yeast. Okay, we are back for day 2. So you should have waited 24 hours by now. And the next step we're going to do is add our wine yeast. Now the reason you're putting this in after 24 hours is, remember when we put in our Camden tablet? The Camden tablet prevents spoilage, so it would also have properties of killing our yeast. So you want to make sure that the Camden tablet has done its work and diluted a little before you add the yeast, because this is the vital source of the whole ethanol fermentation. So we're going to take our lid off. If you go to smell it, you can smell it working already. You can start to get a couple of ethanol notes.
It's a little fuzzy.
But yes, that's our yeast. Open it up and add. Take our big old spoon and we're going to mix it in. Ooh, it smells so yeasty. Smells like sourdough starter. So every single day you're going to test a specific gravity with your hydrometer. You're going to keep testing it for the next 3 weeks to about a month until you get a specific gravity of 1.030. That means it'll be ready for its second fermentation process, where we'll be putting it in this 1 gallon jug. We will siphon it in here and then let it sit for another 2 months. So in our next video, part 2, I'm going to show you how to siphon off the product into your secondary fermentation. You're going to let that sit, and then we're actually going to bottle it. And then we'll taste it too. Okay, so now you can close up your product and let it sit. So, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you won't miss part 2. All the information for the ingredients and specific measurements, as well as more in-depth details, will all be found on theculinaryreaction.com. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.